And let me say thank you to all our sponsors who would have gone before. And to our morning show, Ms. Sharon Felix, Bruce Wayne, the Titans of Democracy. Let me say thank you also to Mr. Wayne Delamore, Mr. Big Mike, and Pastor Hannah, Holy Spirit Ministries. Also, yes, let me say thank you. Allow me to say thank you to Mr. Jason Shields, who held it down yesterday for me. And I want to pay back the same courtesy by letting you all know that you can listen to him every Saturday from, I believe it's 5 o'clock. Yes, you can tune in to hear Mr. Jason Shields. All right, make sure and tune in to hear Mr. Jason Shields every Saturday. All right. So it's my turn now to take you until 2 o'clock. And we have a birthday today. We have a birthday guy today. And I want to say happy birthday to him. Would you all allow me to? When you all find out who the person is, you all will be happy to know. All right? So I'm going to say happy birthday. Send out some happy birthday greetings to someone in a short bit. So I want you to be right there, Trinidad and Tobago. So come on the live and tell me when you are with me on the live. All right? Tell me when you're with me on the live. Tell me where you're looking at me from. And let's send out some birthday greetings today to a young man. All right? We're sending out some birthday greetings today to a young man. And I'm going to try to get him on the phone to see how he's going. Hello.
836.
The man is answering his phone. The young man is answering his phone. What's going on there? All right. So join me on Facebook now. On the street 919 FM on Facebook. Come on our Facebook page. Let me know where you're looking at me from. And I would really appreciate to know where you're looking at me from. Good day, Pastor Google, watching you from Canada. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But I'm not getting through. What's going on there?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Worship you. Your presence is heaven to me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. We bless you. Your presence is.
So I'm going to try again to see if I can get through to him.
Voicemail box off. 1.
What is this? So I'm seeing people coming on from Atlanta, people from Boston, people from Canada. Someone from Friendship Village. Where is Friendship Village? Tell me where that is. Someone from Arima is on. Let me say good afternoon to Pleasant Park in New York in the house. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Brooklyn is in the house. Faizo is in the house.
83.
And again, to the person, huh? Pleasantville is in the house.
The treasure of my heart and of my soul. In my weakness, you are merciful.
So make sure and share the live. Let's start the show rolling. Let's start the show rolling.
Holder of my future days to come. Yes, your presence is heaven to me. Jesus, your presence is
lot of people are joining me on YouTube, Facebook. Come on, you have to do better than that, Facebook. So, Brooklyn is locked on. Good afternoon. Someone from Canopia. Someone from Shoguanas. Someone is saying San Fernando East on Sapporo Road. And someone is saying, good afternoon, Pastor Google. New Grant is in the house. Claxton Bay is in the house. Florida, good afternoon to you. Wow. So, let me see. So, we're going to get ready to go into our discussion today. There's so much happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, we see what went on yesterday with the rain. And I'm seeing rain setting up outside. So, I'm kind of wondering, boy. So, yesterday the rains fell and we had some serious issues where flooding is concerned. It's interesting. So, I want to find out from you, what are your views? The mayor of Port of Spain, he had his say. There is some discussion happening where some people are saying, you know what? The building codes and things that are happening on the hills are one of the main reasons why we had what we had yesterday. So someone is saying that, we need to look into what's going on in the hills. There are some people, they don't have tongue and country approval, and they are growing up in our hills, and they are cutting the hills, and that is where we're getting our slush and debris from. I would like to hear what's your take on it. I know that I'm also hearing where Mr. Aboud is saying that this should not be happening in Trinidad and Tobago because what he's saying, after 50 years, we should not be having flooding in the way we had it on yesterday. I saw some videos. When you look at the videos, you tend to make you worry about really what is going on, because Pity Valley I saw a video of what happened in Pity Valley. I saw a video of what happened in downtown Port of Spain. While, and what is strange is that, all that rain that fell in Port of Spain yesterday, no rain like that fell in San Fernando or environs like Point 14, San Fernando. We didn't have that amount of rain. So it kind of make you wonder. So I'm going to the phone lines, 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. You can send me your voice notes on 771-1791. All right. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Okay. It's good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
She says they don't like a pro. So, yes, he did his thing. So we missed you, but we enjoyed Mr. Shields and his music also. Pastor Google, everybody, what they're saying is try to empathize this morning with all those who have suffered losses and flood, because where we live, I wasn't even aware that it had that amount of flooding. It's when my son came home and telling us, he was like shocked. The whole river overflow, debris, all type of things was coming down people's houses. The whole place is mud and slush and dust right now. So it was really horrible. And yes, there seems to be some type of problem with people building on the hills, how they get in those town country
approvals, yeah.
How they get in that, because what they're doing is actually cutting and slashing because the trees with the roots hold the earth together. The leaves from the tree cushion the rain when it falls. It falls on the leaf. So when it hits the soil, it don't do as much damage. And then with the roots holding the soil together, it don't. But when you cut away the trees and there's no roots, and then the rain is actually just falling on the earth, it will wash it away. So that is the thinking about not going in the hills. And if you're doing it, you have to do it in such a way that there are other trees and stuff around that will help protect even your house. Because you're cutting down trees to build your house. And the soil is left now just like that. So when rain falls and it drop on it, your house will eventually come down the hill too. So that's a serious issue. But to answer Mr. Aboud in what he said, I think Mr. Aboud and they need to be truthful with things. Yes, the flooding was horrendous and it's happening, but it is happening all over the world. Did he not see the subways in America just recently? Did he see the kind of water and people walking through the water trying to get on? Did he see the set of flooding that happened in other countries developed more than us all over the world? So it is unfair to always keep saying with so much years and this country shouldn't be flooding. So it's not something just in Trinidad and Tobago is happening. There's a theory that it's climate change. There's all those things happening, the melting of the ice that bringing up the water levels and that islands may be submerged in years to come and all that. So he must also take that into consideration, and they must stop only wanting to make their point without including other aspects of it. Yes, you could blame, yes, you could complain, but please take a worldview also when you're doing that. It's not just Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, we can do better. Yes, we should be doing better. However, it's not only our country alone that suffers flooding at those type of levels there. That's just my contribution for now. Thank you, Pastor Guzo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I took a picture of outside. I just went outside. So those of you who missed me on Facebook and on YouTube, because I went outside, I kind of take a little, push my head out the window to watch what's happening outside as we speak. So if you want to see what Port of Spain, how the hills are looking right now, I think you need to join me on Facebook. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor G.
Yes, sir.
What's up? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Yesterday, boy. Hey, Sean, get up. Yeah. With relation to, Trinidad is the only place, Trinidad Tobago is the only place that the politicize power and nature in terms of flooding and all that kind of thing. I don't think no matter what you do, sometimes the concentration and how torrential the rain does fall is like A, B, C, D, F, G. If you need the double, yeah, you will get flooding. But I called really to say that there was a video I watched concerning there was this gentleman, I think he's from Sweden. He's a logger, and with the logging that he used to do far up in the mountains, he invented a technique to use the river to get the log down. Now, we used to sit and watch nature and how water does behave and all them kind of things, right? He didn't cut a straight path. He made it meandering. One of the problems with this too, we don't let the, if you realize on our water running down windscreen, it just try to bend and turn and twist and thing now on our windscreen, car windscreen. So it have a natural order where water just twist and turn. So like when you're cutting river paths, you don't ever make it straight. You always make it twist and turn. And he found some techniques where I think one of these days I'll try and send the video to one of the ministers or something, where he shifts some stones, made one part deep and one part shallow, so that if you're familiar with a word called toroid, the water just started spin and the depths, and then it is run off a little faster, but you have to kind of continue the movement heading straight out to the sea kind of thing now. Is a technique that you got to use, and a lot of people over the years, is that old video, over the years, copied his techniques. So, and I was wondering if anybody in the Ministry of Works or anybody just do that kind of research to see. So it have a way that they could shift some stones in the river and thing and make it deep and make it shallow and kind of meander it and thing it, and it will kind of head out to the sea without kind of overflowing the banks and stuff like that. I will do a little more research on our callback, and I'll tell you about it. But it have things that we could do. And it has to do with nature and how water behaves and we could help flooding in some areas if we really investigate it and understand how the nature of water and how it does operate and things. But I'm not getting into this thing where you want to blame government for torrential rain, right, Papaji?
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. It is the first time you see the dry river overflow like that, sir?
No.
Well, in my lifetime, this is about the third time I saw something of that nature. But I would need you to, according to my female guru, what we had last year, Pastor Guru, was a lot of sun and a lot of bushfires. And from my observation, seeing what come down in the Port of Spain, yes, I could understand the people cutting down houses, but a lot of that had to do with what transpired last year with that bushfire. There's a clip, I think from the Marvel, where a lady's in a house showing you water running off a mountain. Don't know if you saw that one yet.
No, send it for me now.
All right, if I get it, I'll send it. Where you're watching a piece of mountain and trees, and you're watching a ton of water like a river running off a mountain with trees, and just running down and coming down into the village. So that alone changed my whole concept. Yes, and you know something? What surprised me? Yesterday morning, Dominic telling that Superman, rain up here. He said, don't send it down here, And lo and behold, yesterday, exactly what he said will happen is what coming up. So this is my lifetime, Pastor Google. This is the third time I've seen that with the dry river. The third time I've seen that part of Port of Spain under that amount of water. So Trinidadians, don't let nobody confuse you. This is nothing new. All we have to, and something precious read on news yesterday. Plastics from the Caribbean in the Caribbean Sea. So let me stop throwing things in the river and things now, please. Enjoy every morning, Pastor Google.
Afternoon, thank you.
Afternoon, sorry.
Okay, have a good afternoon. Hello?
Yes, Pastor Google, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. I like the contribution from the guy who talk about the engineering technique with the flooding. But like I said again, climate change could be one of the factors because I'm looking at things around the world with the flooding in Europe. And, the world is changing. Also, that thing with going up the hills, people going up the hills and doing land development and cutting down the trees, are causing problems too. Then people going in the floodplains in parts of Trinidad, certain land development, right? Areas are supposed to be agricultural land or floodplains, they're building structures there, and that will cause one set of problems, right? Pastor Google?
Yes,
so
sir.
I think a lot of town country planning could probably get involved, but I think people attitude, start dumping stuff in the river, old tire, trees, old washing machine, causing all that problem. But what I see yesterday, it could be a sign of the time. I think climate change is a factor. But like again, human factors are part to play because if people are going up the hill or building in floodplain areas, like what you see in Central and things like that, or Greenville is a classic example, you building that thing that when you know that the area there is lower than the river, area, that is trouble there with a capital T.
All right.
But like I said again, the other potential factors, climate change is a big factor too. But you have to remember, at the same time, do not build your house close to river banks. Do not build houses and leave things in floodplain and places that's supposed to be agricultural land, or they're putting up structures there. All right?
Well, we're looking at Port of Spain, really. We're looking at Port of Spain and what happened yesterday in Port of Spain. All right? Thank you very much. All right. So if you look on our Facebook page now, on our YouTube page now, that is a picture when I took just now. I took my head outside. I kind of put my head outside the window, and I took my camera and I took out a picture of where I am, uptown Port of Spain. The weather is looking like it's changing. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Mr. Pina, Mr. Shogonas.
Mr.
Central, yes, Central.
Yeah, I guess you call us saying don't politicize this flooding. But you never heard he was there.
What's that? Central. Central. All right, you ain't ready yet. Hello, good. Yeah.
Subjected to the torrential rain and floods and what. So when people like to poke the finger and say, oh, let's go and build houses down in the swamp or the lagoon down there, I think they should be telling themselves the same thing. Okay.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Pastor Google. How are you going, brother?
I am good, man. How are you going?
All right, cool, man. Yesterday I was missed, man, but that's nothing. Central, boy, Central, everything people tell you, when only you give over that's a bank call you for taxpayers' money, boy. You show going on without all your Pastor Google. That's not the first time he said the East Dry River overflow. And, right, that's not the first time it overflow. Water will always find its way, no matter what, when it's ready to find its way. As Barrett just said there, but the woman showed him with the, you had a concentrated amount of rainfall in an area for about 45 minutes or 50 minutes, it's like constantly. So no matter how much retaining or whatever you do, I mean, they say all that is possible, and the digging of the hills and the bourgeoisie is going up on the hills and cutting way and all of that. But when water right to find its way, Pastor Google, where is the youths? The savannah was, you come over the stage from east to west. It was mud with them big band poison. Them days was poison and borokit. Coming through, it was dust and mud. UNC came in power and they decide, Carlos Ramjan decide, well, as works minister, you're going to pay this savannah. Remember that controversy, Pastor Google?
With Carlos John.
Yeah, Ramjan is his name is. Carlos Ramjan.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ramjan is his name is.
Okay.
He's his name is Ramjan.
I didn't know that.
Fellas, it's Afro-Saxons, boy. Anyway, yeah, so he paid the savannah. Now, down in Woodbrook, down Gattaca Street, Woodford Street, Picton Street, from Trackage Road to Arpita Avenue to Ryson Road. Around that vicinity where you is all around there, Pastor Google. Where Iwer is right, where you is there right now. All there didn't used to flood. That is all there didn't used to flood. When he paved the savannah in 95, 96, all around there. All around that area where you is there right now, Marble Road, Trackage Road going down there, all along by Dobson's, all going down the road. All there start flooding, all down Gattaca Street, Picton Street, Woodford Street. That's how important aquifers is, because the savannah is a major water table. And that Casper, so the water just start running off that Baba Green there, past the Google, and flooding down Arpita Avenue, Trackage Road, and Ryson Road. Because you have no more that little part there to absorb the heavy drenching the rainfall to run off and things. And to move on to Gary Aboud. Gary Aboud is an expert to everything. Just the other day, you were showing me videos with Germany being flooded out.
Yeah.
You see these fellas, boy? Gary Aboud, all the money them fellas have. He's Port of Spain. You sponsor any little under-risk African youth with a little football program up in Lavantil, a basketball program, throw a little dust in the area for youth to be active and do some proactive and some constructive with a little league. All this putting the resources and all the little money in them. Everything you're expert of. Everything, boy, everything. You know that, this real PNM teach we about this pandemic, that the world is not immune from anything, and we thought we were the worst, we end up number one. And where we thought we was the number one, we ain't that bad after all. And these people always trying to put down Trinidad that is always we the worst in everything, and we the bad, and we this, and we are a developing country, we know that. Things could be better, nobody is saying no. But they always try to paint this first part of the world. You see, people don't understand the end of it. It's a self-esteem trick these so-called people use on people's skin color like us, Pastor. If they keep putting in our head to me and you, Pastor, that we're not good enough whenever we're in charge, and we can't do nothing good, and everything is mediocre, and they're not good enough, and this good. But when they're in charge, everything is Mother Nature, that good, this good, they're all the excuses. But they keep putting that in me and your head in order to play with the self-esteem of certain people, and that is what you must not fall for. Gary, go and put some money in his sport, a spiritual league for the young people there. So they ain't going to have to come in town and interfere with your stores and wherever. That's what you have to do. Yeah, Pastor.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, sir.
Right. Pastor Google, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I will carry on the discussion anyway. They said that it's not what you do, but how you do it. And our former president, A.N.R. Robinson, said streams run into rivers, and rivers run into seas. The way that man has lived their life on this planet has put the earth under subjection. The fires and the wars and all the wicked things, the processing that we go into without really considering the end result, has put this earth in the state that it's in today. Everything that has been spoken in the Bible and alluded to in the Bible about this time that we are in, Revelation time, is coming to pass. People not paying attention. You're seeing the earth taking revenge on humanity for the wickedness that they have done. Right? Because when you go to war and you bombing countries and nations, there are innocent people who die there. So when nature decides to take its toll, believe me, some of the innocent will feel the pain too. But it's only by the blessings of the Almighty that the few shall escape. So we have a lot to be thankful for in Trinidad and Tobago, but there are some quizzlings among us that is causing us to reap the harbinger of destruction. And every day you hear them and you're continuously calling with them, trying to get some sense in their head, but it looks like their brains under their feet. And what's supposed to be behind them is more or less on top of their head. So, Pastor, let us pray that we make it through this era that is before us. Because this time is really dreaded. If we seeing it good, the fires, the earthquakes, the urban storms, the all kind of disasters that happening, that is because of man's misbehavior. And when retribution comes like a thief in the night. So let us all pay attention to that. You all have a good afternoon.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Google.
Hi.
The previous caller he mentioned about someone who paid the Savannah.
Yes.
What name did he say?
I told him it was Carlos John. He said that
It's Carlos John.
Yeah, but he said that Carlos John called himself another name. When I corrected him, he said that Carlos John
His name is Carlos John. I don't know where that gentleman get his information on. The gentleman's name is Carlos John. If he call his home name, wherever John he want to call, we have to go by the name we know. His name is Carlos John.
No, what the caller was saying to me, well, I understand what you were saying, and I also understand what he is saying. He said that on another incarnation, Carlos John said to call him, and Carlos John would have called some other, so I can't remember the name he used, but he said that, it's like if I say, well, I am Google Ramjat.
Understand what you're saying.
He said that, like if I say, hey, call me Google Ramjat. And that's what he said. And another incarnation, Carlos John would have added something onto his name. But he did know, he did say to me, yes, his name is Carlos John, but he also said X, Y, and Z.
However, pertaining to the overflowing of the river, it's not the first time. I remember in the 90s, that's the first time I saw the river per se. And when I told my co-workers, hey, babe, you crazy, you know how you could say that? I say, I'm from town, I'm telling all the river, how the river will reach quite down here. And I saw ice vans, those cold storage that is move around the river and stuff. I saw people rush into that from Twin Towers to get out of that flood. That was sometime in the 90s. OPM was at Twin Towers at that time because they were repairing Whitehall. Right? Then it happened about 2 years ago, It happened again. So that's not the first time. And the thing about it is rain has been falling on the hills. So sometime in town really dry. And you hear the river rolling coming down because the rain falling on the hills. So when we see the river, that water reach down here, it has been falling on the hill hours before. And then nothing to keep it. So it's coming straight down, flush and all.
And that is what someone was saying. Is it that we need to look at our country, country planning, need to investigate people who are cutting the hills
because Pastor Google, everybody wants to be on the hillside because of the view and whatever, and they cut the spot and they do all what they have to do, not realizing, okay, when the water comes, no trees to keep it, so it's coming down, and it's the people on the flat that will suffer, but who cares? I have the money and I could go up there and build whatever, and in my ivory tower, wherever, so who cares? And that's exactly what's happening.
All right.
That is exactly what I mean. If I go to them to get a piece, I had to go through the whole run around because I don't have plenty money, you know? That's what it is, you know? So have a good day.
Thank you. Same to you. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Pastor Gogo.
Yes, sir.
Right. Good afternoon. There's a difficulty in hearing this thing. The signals is the real cross up on the system.
Well, what you have to do is listen to us on the phone. To hear you? No, you have to listen to me on the phone to hear me. But go ahead.
Well, you hearing me on my phone, but I'm not hearing you on my phone.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Right. So people talking about the river and things like that, but they're not paying attention. When you're into civil engineering and things like that, what the systems that are in Port of Spain was built for was what was created probably hundreds of years ago. What they have now is modern climatic conditions. Nobody reconstructed the drainage system in Port of Spain. They never really took into consideration the amount of water that would be encountered, and then climate control on the next part has a lot to do with what we are experiencing and with adverse weather. Because the only time you say really get heavy weather like that is when you had hurricane and a bad storm. But now, nearly any little cloud pass could deal some havoc. So people have to consider all of that. You see what's happening around the world? We were not paying attention to the things that we do for the sake of wealth and greed and not trying to work with the environment. So now it has come full circle. Right? So all the firestorms and all the hailstorms and all the thunderstorms and the volcanic storms that we are experiencing, those are directly related to our activity on the earth. And them scientists and them, a lot of them, in the past, scientists would have said A is B. They said the world was flat. But it's only until they get to realize the truth, then they just change their tongue. So we have a lot to do and pay attention to. Let them keep their eyes open and try to understand what they see before them. Right, Pastor?
All right, sir.
Y'all have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much. I'm going to show you a video of what happened in London. So this is London, all right? This is in London. This is the heart of Britain, all right? And look at the flood that took place just the other day when they had some showers, all right? They didn't have much rain. Some people think that it was a whole day rain. It wasn't a whole day rain. It was a little bit of rain they had. And look at the flood waters that they are experiencing. So if you go onto our Facebook page, you're going to see it. You go onto our YouTube page, you're going to see it. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Pastor. I don't know if anybody visited Maracas from Marva Road to Maracas recently. Last Wednesday, I was on my way and going up to Blanchard. And Pastor Gugu, you know, there is a Y sort of way for one part going to Santa Cruz, one to Marval, and the other one to Maracas. And even from there was water, heavy water. And if you look at the way man behave, they cut in the hill, right? They're hiding, inside their tractors. Look, I was going and I was wondering if I'll be able to come back because the mud water was running, gushing onto the roadway, which was dangerous to me because there were stones as well, and sand and tire and water they're not friendly then because you can slide and you can go down the hills there because there are a lot of hills. And if man don't behave properly, there would be disaster, right? And like some of the callers say, they are cutting the hills, they're not putting infrastructure properly, they're not getting approval, but they're there and they don't care, right? And that water is also coming into the city, right? And it's affecting your driving, the roadways being eaten away, right? Because there are also construction going, the drop of the road end on the side, the hills down there, and on the top of the hill, right? So the government must look into that, and people must be considerate because, the country is not just for one person. And I know it wouldn't be poor people bringing tractors and doing. And if you look at Las Cuevas, right there's a structure there, and they're also cutting right above the road to put a road there. I mean, come on.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Same to you. Thanks for your call. Wait for a break and come back. When I come back, we have an interesting topic. So join me back right here on Street 919 FM. Don't touch your dial. Stick and stay right here with me. All right? Stay right here. We're going to continue having our talk, all right, on all the issues that are happening, not just in Trinidad, but in the world. All right? Mr. Jaron Nurse.
Just play more positive music. But that's how my friend never fight never. Play more positive music. Too much negative thing going on. Play more positive music. But that's how my friend never fight never. Play more positive music. Watch it. Them push all of the positive artists, them push them way behind. And them know I hear connects the blessed messenger. But they rather promote alkaline. And then they have to know I don't know Trinidad. Love until why it got so much crime. See negative music that they're playing. That I'm messing with the youth, them mind. And they can just play more positive music. That's how my friend, them a fight never. Play more positive music. Too much a negative thing going on. One positive music. I like this verse by positive music. But deep in my hands, in my thought every note. When my vinyl comes in, gangsters touch the road. I pull in my friend and closer to hell. When them listening song from Vibes Cartel. Look at what I want up today, yeah. In my lock up in a jail cell. So just to sing positive music deep in my heart. In my heart, so my feel compelled. Madam, play more positive music. And that's how my friend, them a fight never. Play more positive music. Too much a negative thing going on. Why? Positive music. And that's how my friend, them. And I just stop. Anything in it. We'll go to the next one.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and Fifth Street, South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns, either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch. Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359.
Or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth. And prevention is always better than medication.
Since I was pitching marbles, the place was good. I went and did some doubles, the place was good. I went by the beach and I watched the skies, it was a paradise. But when COVID touched down that day, and I see the Iwer George, the big boss of the business, and this is the message from the North Central Regional Health Authority.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ill, and you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God. God's word direct from his throne room in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iwer George on Instagram. Share the live. Iwer TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Let's go and take them on. Yeah. Say, oh, I did it, boy. Father will provide.
Let's make sure I know that for true, eh?
Jesus will supply.
If nobody else don't know, make sure you know.
More than enough. More than enough.
It's now 7 minutes past 1 o'clock. If you're in the office, shake a leg.
Jesus will provide.
If you're home,
remix.
Just stand up and dance a little bit. Come on.
Corona in my country, Jesus will provide. So when me don't have nothing, me no worry. Jesus will always provide for me, cause Jesus will provide.
Sing it to yourself.
Jesus will provide.
Yeah.
When my cupboard empty, Jesus will provide.
Shake a leg.
Jesus will provide. Jesus will provide.
Let me see the hearts and the thumbs up going up in on the Facebook page.
Watch it. He better than kiss and quail.
Tell them.
He keep on putting bread on my table.
Linda's and Freddie, them not ready.
Jesus Christ got the recipe. He's my chief baker. So my bread basket always run over. So it overflow. And now I know. Jesus.
Come on, send those hearts and those thumbs up.
Jesus will provide.
On the Facebook page.
When my cupboard empty, Jesus will provide. Father, Jesus will provide. Jesus will provide. So when you can't control your salary.
Some of you just say working by a fan.
And he's my provider, my Jehovah Jireh, and my supervisor. So my blessing run over. And so it
overflow.
And now I know, I like this part, I watch it. It's like you're doing it for spite. No matter what, Jesus will provide.
Send the thumbs up.
Jesus will provide.
Send the thumbs up.
Yes, he will provide. I will not over them empty. Jesus. This one is
not only your physical cupboard, but when your mindset. And in your mind, you feel that you can't come up with anything that could take you through this pandemic.
In the pharmacy, Jesus will. Jesus will provide.
Jesus will provide. I love this one, you know. That's my boy Jaron. And we had him on Iwer stage, and the young people enjoyed it a whole lot. So I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm back with you here on the Street 919 FM on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you are wondering how you can find us, just remember, on YouTube, all you have to do is to type in Iwer TV-live broadcast on the Street 919 FM, and you would be able to get us. Also, Facebook, all you have to do is type in the Street 919 FM. I'm going back to the phone lines. I saw you, caller. Well, if you could call me back, I'll take your call. All right? As I said before, today's a gentleman, a young man's birthday, and I want to really tell him happy birthday. I really want to tell him happy birthday today, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Let me see if I can get him on the phone line again. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You good? How was your day yesterday?
Busy. Busy.
Where your partner do a good job? You could host do a good job, Pastor Google. Like you're jealous?
No. The reason why I would have asked for Mr. Shields to do it is because...
Pastor Google, joke I'm making.
Yeah, but the reason why I would have asked Mr. Shields to do it because I knew he would do a good job.
Don't worry, Pastor Google. Pastor, when a woman saying that when the place hot, so when the rain has come, when the place hot. Yesterday when the place was so hot in the night, all in yesterday. That's why the rain has come, flood has come, and everything when the place hot. Why you think so much of fire and America and all kind of thing, and then after rain and thing. When the place hot, rain has come, everything has come, like everything has come on one time. But we have to have hope. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Same to you. Bye-bye. All right. So, let me see if I can get this young man on the phone line. I don't know what's going on with this young man. I'm trying to get this young man on the phone line. Let me see if he will answer. All right? So, I just want to wish this person happy birthday. And as soon as I get through to him, then we're going to go on to another topic. And I'll leave it late, ring man.
You have reached...
But what is this? What is man doing so? He can't take my call. I don't understand that. This is an important birthday here, Olia. This is a very important birthday. Yeah, let me see if I can take this call in the meanwhile. All right, the caller left. All right, caller, you can call me back. But I don't understand that. Who birthday it is today? I want to tell you who birthday it is today. Today is Papa birthday. Today is Daddy birthday. All right? And I'm trying to get on to Daddy, but I don't understand that. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, my brother.
How are you, my sister?
Jesus will provide, even when the cupboard empty. Jesus will provide. I'm fine, my brother.
Very good.
Greetings to you and yours and all God's blessings. When we have taken consideration who is the boss. When I watched in 45 minutes the devastation that has taken place in Port of Spain in St. Cascade, nobody could stop the hand of God. Nobody. And as much as we build empires, it's good because we desire that we prosper and be in good health. But remember, nothing lasts forever. We have to leave it and go. So let us reach out and touch somebody as we go along. In this pandemic, some people don't know. That's why I thank God, I listened to another station this morning and with you, just encouraging people. It's not the end of the world. It's hard. It's really hard. In my little way, I just try to reach out. If it's one hand, I will give it because I know there are people that are suffering more than me. And, we still doing our children's school stationaries. And as I tell the group this morning, I say, I know God's coming through for us with an overflow. And today I was called and, I get 6,000 notebooks. And I thank God, for Republic Bank that, I got that and we're moving on and we're going to bless us. And we don't give them the books alone, we give them a lunch. So I want to pray, but they don't come out. Somebody collect. The members of the group are responsible for a certain amount of names and you distribute. But to God be the glory. People, this is Montana. If you take out $200 and you meet a needy case in your area or in your community, you will see how God will multiply. Because there are people really, really under strain. But let us continue to trust God. Let us continue to pray that this strain of the virus doesn't reach it. Because people still having pool parties. People still having whatever they want to have, But to God be the glory. Let us cover ourselves. And your papa will call. Your papa will never let this day pass without you call you back before you leave. And this is my birth month too. So I'm celebrating from the 1st to the 31st. Have a wonderful day. Bless you, love.
Same to you. Same to you. Thank you very much, Miss New Village. Thank you very, very much, Miss New Village. I am trying Papa till. Yeah. Let me see if he go answer now. We waiting to see. Who is this boy? He ain't answering, you know. But what is this?
You have reached.
Nah, man. What going on there? I'm taking our next call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Your father rocking back having a good time, man. Happy birthday to Dad, man. Happy strong time, man. The man know you go here for the rest of the day later.
No, I want to talk to him on air. I want to talk to him live.
The man don't want to talk to you live. The man's got a lot of important business to talk. You know, you come with the big fat wallet later and just deliver.
Excuse me?
The time when he want to talk to you later. Pastor, I hear that, man. That's nice. That's nice. Pastor, what I wanted to finish and see. Pastor, Lebanon, Syria. You see what's going on in Lebanon. What is going on in Lebanon right now? They default so much on their debt that the IMF do not even want to speak to that country. They're in the bankrupt state so catastrophic that is a failed state. You think Gregory Abu then would tell you that? And don't forget about the ISIS and all that. And Syria is also a failed state. So when they're crying down, they're crying down Trinidad, who have been so good to them, who have made them multi-millionaires and zillionaires and trillionaires. You think, right? Why do you talk about Lebanon and Syria, the state that is in now? Everybody always want to talk about Africa and this and that. Talk about their forebearers' place. It's in a total... If the IMF don't want to talk to you, Pastor, that is it. But Pastor Google, I could understand how that went over that lady here, you know. With Carlos Ramjan, you know. I don't understand how it went over here. But that is how it is. But I'll have a next trivia for her. Who was the only black Hindu in politics? Pastor Google later.
I can answer that.
No, but I can't answer that. I went over here. You see, we just forget. Pastor Google, the man said, call him that. When the man was works minister, when the man was paving their door, paving wrong car. I tell you, we just always divorce ourselves from our community. That is why that has happened to them. Because we get carried away very easily and we are not grounded in community and realize that you come from a community and a people. You always want to become somebody else in order to perform or to look good. Instead, you hold on to your identity and not the responsibility where you are. That is why they end up with a Carlos Ramjon. You have a Pastor Google. These are given one later.
Hi, good day, Pastor Google, to you and your listeners. Pastor Google, the only regret I have over that water yesterday is that we do not have tanks or some kind of holding bay where we could have collected all that water, purified, and diverted back into, if it's a flush toilet, just a wash, whatever it is, because that was plenty water.
Very true. And you know, today is Mr. Bego's birthday. I don't know how many of you know that, but Mr. Bego, who calls in?
Hello, Pastor Google, good afternoon.
Today is her birthday. Good afternoon, Mom. How are you?
Right, I'm all right. Now, I heard on the airways this man in Port of Spain. Every time they're blaming the government when something happened already. Could he form a party and try to be in charge to be the Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago? Or could he tell us what is the next disaster coming and where it would happen so he could warn the government, it is coming, so I want you all to do this, you all should do that, and you all should do it. Since they have the foresight in everything, could they tell us something else that the government should do that they didn't do or they are not doing to prevent anything going on? Rather than waiting until when it happens, all of them are the answer for it. Let us go and run for government and run the country if they want to. Don't stay behind and everyone in your mouth every time something happens. Okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, well, yeah, today is Mr. Tobago birthday.
Good afternoon, Pastor Tobago in the house. Now, we're seeing what's taking place all over the world. Places being flooded out. We watched just the other day in China where that big set of water, people lost their life in the train station, all of that. So Pastor Google, we here still lucky, you know, that we just have a little few houses get damaged and thing, but nobody lost their life, and we have to say thank God for that. Thank God. And then the next thing too, Pastor Google, you know what we had to say? Thank God that the tide wasn't high, that when the water of itself came down and flooded out Port of Spain, it ran off very quickly. It ran off very, very quickly. But this is Mother Nature taking its course. But Pastor Google, we as a people also can do better to help the environment. Where I work also, when we walk up inside the river, deep into the river, they goes in there, cut bamboos. Now, nobody's saying, no, you can't cut the bamboo on them, you know. But if they bank up the bamboos and them what they do want, it will make things easier, that when the river come down, it would not wash away these things get stick and all the debris that will cause all these set of flooding. Pastor Google. And I thank God I didn't see no fridge, no stove. The only thing where we see coming down in the river was a few vehicles, but the insurance will fix that. So Pastor Google, I locked on and listening, and lovely program.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mommy. How are you doing?
Good. It's nice hearing your voice. You missed, I think, was 2 days, am I right?
2 days, Mommy. I was here Monday.
Yes, can't you really know? All right, okay. Oh, yes. The holidays is always tie up. You
Mommy,
know that, right, Pastor Google?
Yeah, Mommy, you want to make me lose my little dust?
Beg pardon?
I say you want me to lose my little dust?
Yes. Well, Pastor Google, how you going otherwise?
Quiet.
Pastor Google, that was a shower yesterday, boy, Pastor Google.
Well, I wasn't in Port of Spain. I live south, so...
Of course I know that.
And San Fernando had no rain.
Yes, because when I spoke to my family down there, they told me down in the south was dry.
Like dry like pitch.
Yes, that's what I was told. But Pastor Google.
Yes, Mommy.
I saw that Denise Toyafat.
Yes, well, I want to talk about that 1:30. I want to see what the Begonians have to say.
You wanted to do what, Pastor Google?
I said I want to hear what the Begonians have to say.
Yes, I saw she's fine. This party now from there, and Mr. Watson, you also saying that she's a dead horse in the race and contaminated by associates. Pastor Google, to be honest with you, I like that. You hear me, Pastor Google?
You like that?
Yes.
Why?
I have my reason why I'm saying that. You understand me?
Okay.
It's not a threat for the PNM, I can tell you that. It's not a threat for the PNM, you understand me?
Okay.
Watson Duke is the one when I have to, you understand me? He was the one that has to battle. It would not be a threat for the PNM. Trust what I'm telling you about, Pastor Google. It would not, you understand me?
Okay.
Because what I'm looking at, let's say that's all right, which she said she wanted to be running for the election, right? Whenever it calls. Let's say that the people supposed to vote, you understand me, for Watson Duke, they could now vote for the PNM or vote for Denise. You understand me? So Duke is the one in serious problems.
So let me ask you this.
I'm not fighting for the PNM.
Let me ask you this. There are some people who are thinking, all right? There are some people, I'm just saying this, there are some people who are saying that there is a shock to get, because some people thinking that Fali is going with this lady, eh?
Fali is going with who?
With Sawyer.
he's going to say, well, then Denise has to know what she's doing because Fali, I don't trust him. It's just like how I don't even trust Watson Duke. Yeah, I'm telling you about.
Yes.
But I want the best for Tobago. Honestly, Pastor Google.
Okay.
I want the best for Tobago. You understand me? Tobago could have been to the Tobago is such a beautiful place.
Yes.
I love going to Tobago. You understand me, Pastor Google?
And I know that you are getting married in Tobago very soon.
Beg pardon?
Nothing.
Okay, Pastor Google, you have a good one.
Same to you, mommy.
Okay.
All right. Oh, gosh.
Good day to you, Pastor Google. What people forgetting, what Mr. Abu and I is forgetting is that Trinidad and Tobago is surrounded by water. So if the tide get high, where the water is going to go? They could do, any government come, government go. They can't do nothing about that, really. If nature take its course, there are places I've seen in the world that is flooding that have never flooded they have never seen it flood in their life, but now it is being flooded. You understand? So and we are surrounded by water in this place. So what do you expect? If the tides get high, rain begin to fall, the sea can't take them away, it's gonna go.
All right, thank you very much.
Pastor Google, pleasant good day. As much as people have to understand that we are going through climate change, the world is going through climate change. There are different variations in weather taking place all over the world that never happened before. Notwithstanding the climate change that we are going through, people, we ourselves, are also contributing to the devastation. So besides nature and its natural resources, we as people are also assisting in that devastation. And we also have to do and play our part to alleviate the dangers, the demolition, the stress that is being caused by nature's changes at this point in time. And we can do it as well. We would not alleviate all the problems that we have, but we must, as far as possible, try not to contribute to the increase in disasters that are taking place. It's that simple.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Saucy.
Hey, mommy, sauce.
Yeah, now this line here, what happened? You don't hear the person on the line, and you have to hear them on the radio.
All right, I know what to do. I'll fix that before I go.
Yeah, you're not hearing them. Since what day it was, I was speaking to Precious Monday, and I realized that you're not hearing you on the line. You have to listen to you on the radio.
All right, I'll fix that.
No, in order to get. So,
I'll see if I could fix that.
What's up with you?
Well, I'm watching tricks.
Well, I too. That is what we have to do. Watch tricks all around. But God in control.
All the time.
All the time. He have the last thing. Yeah, so
yes.
God so. See, well, when I was leaving here yesterday.
So I'm asking that nothing happened by you?
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
Because I finished work earlier, and when I was leaving, I said, but Judy, look at over the hill, because we see over the hill, and when the rain fall up, that's when the river has come down here.
Yeah.
But if we didn't I know the river it didn't come down much, because when I come this morning, I ain't seen nothing too hard, so it went that way, but the rain was more westerly. If it was more like Santa Cruz side, and go along there, we would have get some here water, but it was more on the west side. A little bit into the north must be, but so see when I was going and I watched over the hill, you couldn't make out the hills at all.
Wow.
It was total pitch black. And I said, but look at that, I trying to get home so fast because I don't want that come down here, I'm going to eat me. But so happened we reached home and it just a little bit of rain just fall and that was it. So but I didn't really think bad, but for the water, kind of water here, for the Spain had the cheesy web, I know. I don't know the reason and the cause, and I'm putting my mouth in that, right? The rainfall, water will come down. Right? We have to expect that. We have to care them below.
That.
Huh?
I say you putting your mouth in that.
Nah, I'm putting my mouth in that. Whoever had to fix that will fix that. When rain fall, water is run from the top and come below. By where I live in, when water come down, I had to fix my canal and thing, and I had to fix that. for the water to run. So I just try my best and do that and hope it don't ever come inside. You understand? So
Yes.
I know we have to fix, who below have to fix and who supposed to fix, go fix when the time comes. So I doesn't bother about that. I see countries where disaster worse than that.
Yeah.
People going down in water, man stretching hand for help and is water.
What happened there? Me had to call me back. Mommy saw she had to call me back.
Pastor Google, good afternoon. Pastor Google, I would like people to take a drive up to North Manzanilla, Toko, all these places up on the eastern side of the island, even Guayari, and see coastal erosion. See houses that was not there, houses that slip away into the sea.
Wow. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Pastor Google,
Yeah.
the meteorologist said that the rainfall yesterday was the northwestern side of Trinidad.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why it was Cascade, Sentence, and the environs there. I want to ask Mr. Abu who are the people really building the houses up on the hill, them big mansions? Because apparently there ain't nobody looking like we. So you need to probably look into that. And also, the contractor who under the PP government time, between 2010, anyway there, who would have built over the Coblins Bridge in St. Anne's there, the Cascade residential tanking, because what he did on Cascade Road, he built a little walkover and concrete, he built it straight from down in the river, come up to it narrow, that river there. So you see that area right there at Cascade Road to St. Anne's Road, that river, whatever water comes down couldn't pass properly because of that walkway that he built there. I don't know what kind of thing is that. How could you drop all that concrete to build a walkway over a river? You will narrow the area, so the area for the water would have normally been wide like how it is coming down, and then after that, very, very narrow. So if you hear Bacchanal here to the corner of St. Anne's Road and Cascade Road by that bridge there, people house flood out, there's mud, water right all up and going down by scouts, presidents, going all that. So they should thank him. Another contractor under the Kamla Pasabi Cesarine again would have done that. And that's what some of the effect you see all in Cascade and St. Anne's. So you all can look into that. It is right there to see. He built it straight, all the concrete, straight down, come right up and narrow. Even an engineer who was there talking to them said, how could he do it like that? That is going to create a more flooding than ever because it gets narrow. So that's what we have to thank when we think about the PP government. That is one of the crowning achievements. I'll go on back to Google.
All right. Tell her good afternoon. All right, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Pastor Google. Yeah, what's going on now? I don't know if you're hearing, man, but they need to build construction to stop the volume of water coming off the hill. So you build them like little dams, like big dams and things, to capture some of that water coming down, so the pressure coming off the hill wouldn't be that amount of water coming down at one time, because believe me, some people are building very, very, very terrible on them hills and things, and they're changing the water to the channel where the water would normally flow from. So we had to look to see which way the water is flowing at the most hardest, the pressure now coming down. Instead of build compartment like stairs or holes now, but you're just breaking it down before it actually come into the city. You understand? I don't know if you hear what I'm saying, but have a blessed day.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, God, yeah, God, embarrassing, eh?
What did
They
you
just
do?
cut me off, eh?
Who cut you off there?
I know.
Whatever
I
network,
said, but what is this?
whatever network you're with, they cut
Yes.
you off.
Yeah, they cut me because, there's only give a certain amount of time to the digital calls.
Okay.
So when the digital calls up, you make enough the DG calls, they take you off, no more minutes. So you have to call the mobile to get all the time when you want it.
Okay.
They ain't easy when you phone them plan on the phone. They ain't easy. But say what, I take the embarrassment. I got to call back on the mobile number.
Well, yeah, nah, I ain't with them. I want nobody to see your money done.
Yeah, but the hell with them. you never hear the motor resources. We could care. But you doing like I care about that. If they say I'm a money dog, I have time for that. Who wouldn't say? People don't say all kind of things. I have time for that. Me no business what they say, they damn well say. To live, we have to live until. I don't business with that. Because anybody done or not, I don't business with that. So, yeah, I could care. We could care.
Look your partner calling in fine the hole. Hello, good afternoon. Stay on the line.
Hello, good afternoon. All the sources.
All the sources.
What they say.
What they say. Who cares what they say? I go let what they say upset my life. I happy right now. I go into Tobago and get married soon like mommy. Yeah, you me, Southie?
I hear you.
Yes, I like mommy. I go to Tobago and get married. But I happy like papi. Yes.
I go be now where.
Yeah, of course, fire in the hole. Yes, one of the origin. You will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
You're just salty. I'm salty in the days.
Huh?
Freaky sauce, thick sauce, bootylicious.
Bootylicious, all the sauces.
Them was the days of the sauces?
Yes. The sauce, just name the sauce. Yeah. It has some of the sauce that again, some of them sauces have no more taste.
Yeah, I realize that.
Yeah, some of them sauces advanced, they move on. But anyway, so
I want to sometimes I get in or I ain't getting.
You know,
Mommy sauce, we will talk.
Yeah, all right. You take care.
All right, then. Yes,
right,
Mr. Finey
Mommy
Hole.
Jean and Victor.
Go ahead, Finey Hole.
I'm calling Mommy Jean and Victor.
All right.
Bruce Wayne. All right, Conrad. Later.
All right. All right, Sean Tobago. So, Tobago has a new political party. And I wanted to hear what are some of your take on it. I want you to join me on Facebook and YouTube because I want to hear your views on this new political entity that has been formed in Tobago. All right? A new political entity has been formed in Tobago, and I wanted to hear my listeners and my viewers' view on this new political party. All the Tobagonians who are listening, I want you to join me on Facebook and on YouTube and tell me what are your thoughts about this new political entity. All right? New Tobago Party, boy. So, let me hear what's your take on this. All right? Join me now on Facebook and on YouTube.
Dr. Denise Oyafatangus is also a former THA presiding officer, and in the January 25th THA elections was an independent candidate for the Scarborough-Calder Hall seat. Today, she says, her new political party is focused on financial empowerment of Tobagonians.
A carefully constructed vehicle adopting a mandate to develop a new Tobago based on economic freedom, where greater opportunities are created for individuals toward achieving financial freedom.
The leader of the Innovative Democratic Alliance says her party represents the heart of every Tobagonian.
Our focus will be on the people, the economy, and the environment.
She says Tobagonians and residents of Tobago deserve to have their interests represented in a manner that does not neglect the role that every individual plays in the development of Tobago.
Our promise is not dependent on a membership policy, where there is created an inherent expectation of benefit because of political alignment.
In a nutshell, Dr. Sawyer Fatanga says the innovative Democratic Alliance intends to develop a new Tobago based on economic and financial freedom, social gratification, and environmental awakening. Elizabeth Williams, TV6 News.
All right. I want to thank Elizabeth Williams for that information that we got there. What are your thoughts about this Trinidad and Tobago? And I'd like to hear from Tobago callers. I'd like to hear from some people from Tobago. What are your take on this? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good day.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Okay. So, Tobagonians, 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, 466-5391, 466-5391. You can send me a WhatsApp message on 771-1791. What are your thoughts? New political entity in Tobago. New political entity in Tobago. What is your thoughts on it? Give me a call, holla, and tell me what are your thoughts on this new political entity. All right? While I'm waiting for your call, you know, we say that this is Black History Month. And Black History Month means that I wanted to give you, I'll drop some Black history or Black conscious, let me put it that way, information on you. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello? Dad, you hearing me? Dad, you hearing me? Hello?
Yeah, good day.
You hearing me, Dad?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I hope you're enjoying the day. You're live on radio, eh?
Live on radio?
Yes. So everybody here how you answer me.
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying the day. I'm taking it easy after I'm locking off everybody and everything and enjoying myself, you know?
You can't lock off everybody. You can't lock me off.
Well, I didn't lock you off. I answered the phone.
Well, you hear how this man talks, Trinidad Tobago. This man full of talking. So what going on?
Well, just let my listeners know I'm still in my 50s. Pack my way in my 50s.
Your listener. So, yeah, we drinking a little something later.
Yeah, well, now that'll be grapefruit juice or orange juice. You know, I don't drink alcohol.
Well, we don't drink alcohol, you know. But I was thinking about, you know, you drinking a little grape juice.
Nothing wrong with a little grape juice.
Nothing wrong with a little grape juice.
And you know, marijuana is legal now.
No, you can't not drink alcohol and want to smoke marijuana.
I never tried smoking marijuana. I just telling you it's legal now.
So
all I say is marijuana legal. You telling me that how I said go and smoke marijuana? I just tell you marijuana legal.
Yeah, you understand the line, you know.
Yeah.
You understand the line because I sure that people want to wish you happy birthday.
Yeah, well, today is Barack Obama's birthday too. You know.
And you're glad to be born. You're sure you want to say you're glad to be born the same day with Obama?
No, he has to be happy that he was born the same day with me.
You older than Obama?
No, Obama older than me, partner.
Partner, let me take some calls. You see this? Hello, good afternoon.
You know, I have to get in to wish Daddy a happy and strong. And that he know much life, much strength, and that he continue to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. And just as a correction, Daddy, marijuana not legal in Trinidad. It has been decriminalized. We are allowed to have certain amounts, Daddy.
Why are you encouraging this man?
Yeah, Daddy. It's not legal, Daddy. If you go and have a phone on you, you could get locked up, Daddy. Right, Daddy. Yes, I hope when you smoke the jam, you have the required amount that has been decriminalized for. Yes, so Daddy, happy, it's strong. And Pastor, I know you had raised the issue quickly with because I don't want to call back with the Miss Soya Fat situation, Dr. Soya Fat. It shows that democracies are alive and well in Trinidad and Tobago. People like to say we're not democratic and all that, but it shows democracy. And I want to wish her the best, but I also want to ask her, I hope, because I've heard that elections are very expensive, so I hope that her finances are from the right places, because what I could tell her about Watson Solomon, he take you on from PSA, so he had over $500,000. He take members' money, saying he resigned, and take pension and still there. And he launched a party and he take $50,000 of his money again. And he put a big ad in the papers congratulating himself. So apparently, like, he has a source of funds he could dive in anytime he wants. So I hope that she does the right thing. And I wish her all the best. You know, it's democracy, it's a woman. But I wanted to be on the alert that Watson Juke will turn his eyes on her. He don't tell her talk about he's seen she undergarment. I don't know why he does reach there with women. And I think it will get even nastier with him because he has a history of disrespecting women. So she needs to be watch out for that and be careful. But again, it's democracy in motion and it is what it is. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
That was a nice contribution. It was a very mature and balanced approach to Ms. Boyafat. Well, her resignation and then her now starting her own party and all of that. So to take the approach that democracy is alive and well, that's a nice approach, and I wish Ms. Boyafat to be the best.
You have a next call online, Dad. Hold on. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Gogu.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Dad. This is Mr. Forreston wishing you many more happy birthdays like this. You're sounding like you're a 15-year-old man.
15, you call him?
15,
15? Look, Mr. Paul Spain, what are you trying to do this, man?
The man young and fighter. So yeah, how he responding? How we know about all these things about democracy and Tower Pack and everybody have a say and all that. He's very balanced in his comments. He's not fixing off anybody. And I'm sure you know about Watson Zook. There he mentioned it. He's not respectful to ladies. So that we wish to have you along again with us for many years. This is coming from Mr. Forreston and his family. Good afternoon to you, Mother Sanapuna. Thank you very much for allowing me this contribution.
All right, Mr. Paul Spain. You see how your listeners and them will be calling for you and they're calling to wish you a happy birthday. You can't be cheating.
How is Paul Spain this morning and today after the flooding?
Well, I'm watching outside right now. The place looking very cloudy. But I hope no rain don't fall.
No, we can't take a second on that.
Okay. Have our next caller. Hold on. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Pastor Google, and good afternoon to Pastor Dad. Pastor Dad is only great people that's born in August.
Tell them.
They are lions indeed. Lions and lionesses. You know, Mr. Manning's birthday is in August. And many great people birthdays in August. So I'm bigging up my birth month. So I start to celebrate from now till the 19th of August and then go on to the end. So what I wish you all God's blessing. You know what, I look at you as a minister, as whatever you are in your profession, you're a down-to-earth person and you know, you don't have that ilk about you. You know, some people when they come on, they will put on this hat. But I appreciate the down-to-earthness about you and being there when you are called, as long as you are available. So may God bless you, my brother, and continue to be strong. You know, when you don't know about jam and all of that, you have to be among the young people. So
Thank you very much.
you don't have to
Thank
do what
you
you're
very
doing,
much.
but you know about the slangs because you have to have the language. Okay?
Yeah.
So have a
Yeah.
blessed day. Love you.
Yes, I love you too. Take care. Right.
You ain't easy.
Well, I really appreciate this call. It shows me that you're thinking about me, Pastor. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Daddy, I can never not appreciate you. Eh?
Why?
The kind of trouble I give you, I cannot appreciate you.
Just I was telling somebody about that crusade. Somebody I was telling about that crusade. You remember the night all the businessmen came out in that crusade?
Oh, you mean?
So crusades are a thing of the past now with COVID. Nobody could pitch a tent and have a crusade again.
No, that is a default. That is memories you have to hold on to. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, Miss Gemma.
Good afternoon, Pastor Mackenzie.
How you doing?
A blessed one today for your birthday. Well, I had a birthday yesterday. His birthday was yesterday. The 6th of August is my big brother birthday. The 23rd is a granddaughter birthday. And the 24th is a daughter birthday. So I have plenty for August. Okay? I wish you the best and all God's blessings you and continue doing your good work. Okay? Have a blessed one.
You see? You see?
And your caller was on point, right? Just my own correction's sake, it was my mea culpa in that the marijuana, certain amounts have been decriminalized, but if you have over certain amounts, it is still illegal, so especially like for trafficking, but the government allows, each member of a household, I think, to have like 4 plants. So like in a 4-member household, they could have 4x4, like 16 plants. I actually visited a member of my church and they had some plants there, so I asked them, what are they doing with all that marijuana in Jesus' name? That's well, Pastor, we just planted because we could plant it. So yes, certain amounts have been decriminalized, and in the states, in some states, I think people who were convicted of offenses of having certain amounts, a lot of them were like pardoned and stuff. I don't know if it will reach to that here, but a lot of people made jail for having just a whole joint on them, or a piece of a joint, or half of a joint on them, which to my mind was largely unfortunate,
Yeah. Let me take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Happy Earth Strong to your dad. He's how much? 21?
Yeah, you say he's 21.
Well, I don't mind that, because Pastor Google, if you watch at some of the youths and them looking older than old men right now, if you was watching,
I hear you.
Keep it up, and according to Sister Jenny, it decriminalized, not legalized. We're waiting until they legalize it. And you see the grape juice and the orange juice and the grapefruit juice, yes, all that good for the stomach all the time because the alcohol will make sure that you get old before your time. And just one thing on the flooding. Who could stop jarring? Let them stop it. Just prepare yourself to clean up the damages all the time. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
That's a good point. That's a good point the guy is making there. I was telling somebody yesterday that all these natural disasters that we complain about, it only affects humans because of where humans choose to live and how human beings live. Earthquakes. You don't hear animals in the forest complaining and dying from earthquakes, I'm asking you, son, you ever hear a lion die from an earthquake?
Nope.
You ever hear a monkey die from an earthquake?
Nope.
Why is only human beings dying from earthquakes? Right? Because we cut the mountains, we cut the trees, and we build houses along the natural water courses that nature has. Those water courses have been there for millions of years, Where that water was running down from the hill in St. Anne's there and washing down those cars, that is the natural course of the river. This man went and cut that mountain, all right, and build a road and build houses. And when the river is doing what it did for
When the rain is doing what it's been doing for thousands of years, we want to curse the rain. And we want to say drainage and all of that. So man created that problem. It's where we choose to live and how we choose to live. And as long as we continue cutting the land, HDC is always cutting the land and uprooting trees and all of that. When we get heavy downpours like that, it wouldn't affect the animals in the forest. It wouldn't affect the monkeys, the lions, the lap, the gooties, and then you won't hear them complaining. It's always the men complaining because of what man has done.
All right. Well, I want to thank you very much, Dad, for taking my call. My time is up. And
I want to thank you for calling me, and I'll see you Friday.
Yes, Dad.
Yes.
All right, then. God bless. All right. You'll celebrate Friday?
Yeah, nice.
All right. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm out of here. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Please, God, we will continue our discussions here on the Street 919 FM. Tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, and tomorrow I'm going to see if I can have a guest in studio. All right. So tomorrow is Thursday, and tomorrow is going to be very interesting. So I'll talk to you guys. Have a safe one. God bless. Bye-bye.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Enagic changed your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong kangen